Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, April 29th, 2025, we're examining Bitcoin, ticker symbol BTCUSD, by looking at news and chart data to see what's next. Recent news suggests a bullish outlook with some predictions seeing BTC hitting $120,000 or even $210,000 this year. Let's start by looking at the one-day chart for an overview of the longer-term trend. Currently, the price is around $63,844. The daily chart shows significant volatility in the past few months. We can see a high near $73,000 in early March 2024, followed by a correction and then another attempt to rally. More recently, there's been sideways price action. We need to watch key support levels around $60,000 as it's been tested multiple times this year. If it fails to hold, further downside is possible. Now, let's zoom in on a more recent time frame, switching to the 1-hour chart to examine short-term price action and how it correlates with potential news catalysts. Looking at the 1-hour chart, we observe some consolidation after a recent dip. There is resistance around $64,300, and if that breaks, we may expect the price to move upwards. The 1-hour candles show choppy price action. It might be beneficial to look at specific ranges of candles. For instance, focusing on the candles from April 8th to 9th, 2025, we can see the immediate aftermath of a significant price increase and subsequent retracement. President Trump's pro-Bitcoin stance and tariff adjustments are important factors to consider. Let's narrow down on the April 8th to April 9th, 2025 timeframe when Bitcoin reacted to Trump's tariff news. Looking closer at this timeframe, we can spot a clear resistance level forming around $77,000 to $78,000. A breakout above this level could signal renewed bullish momentum. Conversely, failure to hold above the $76,000 level would likely lead to further downside. For a more granular view, let's switch to the 15-minute chart to examine current price action and potential entry points. Looking at the 15-minute chart, we can see some consolidation around the $93,500 level. There seems to be difficulty pushing above $94,000. This could be an area to watch for short-term bearish signals. However, a break above $94,000 could trigger a quick move towards higher levels. Examining the most recent 15-minute candles, we are seeing Bitcoin having trouble passing through even $93,000. Given President Trump's stance on the global economy and tariffs, investors should pay close attention to economic news, which could drive Bitcoin's price as investors seek a safe haven asset. Now, let's do a quick recap. Important price levels to watch include the long-term 60K support, near-term 78K resistance, and short-term 93 to 94K range. Based on our analysis, the most likely scenario is continued choppy trading between $60,000 and $94,000 with a 60% chance. A bullish breakout above $94,000 towards $100,000 is possible if ETF inflows remain strong with a 30% chance. However, a breakdown below $60,000 towards $50,000 could occur if negative regulatory news emerges with a 10% chance. That's all for today's episode of Explain the Charts. Remember to do your own research before making any investment decisions. Until next time.